Hi folks, this is Jordan from RecTech. So this is our camera kit. In this case it is a 14 camera kit that exceeds State of Oregon recreational marijuana program standards. So not only do we meet their requirements, but we can exceed them just in case they decide to change things up later, which will happen from time to time. This camera kit can be used in retail establishments, as a producer, or many of the different types of businesses that you may have that the OLCC will do an inspection. This will all pass. So this is an OLCC approved kit. So we're going to go ahead and discuss the cameras that we deploy out in the field. These three different camera types are what we use pretty much for every application. So if you do have special needs with other types of cameras, we may recommend different types. So number one, we have the large bullet camera. These are fantastic for outdoor grow scenes. It puts out a 50-meter infrared burst, which is 162 feet roughly. So this is great for outdoor garden scenarios, and we would mount this on corner poles and flush onto a waterproof conduit box. So number two is the dome camera, which is great for indoor operations. They are ceiling mounted. These cameras are 30-meter infrared distance, which is roughly 98 feet. This particular camera has the alarm and audio input and output, so you can have the camera based on motion set off your alarm, or you can have two-way audio, and that's all directly from your phone app. The third model is a smaller bullet. These smaller bullets are great for above doors and down roadways and stuff like that, where you don't need as much infrared distance. All three of these cameras are the same quality. They are 720p 10 frames per second, which is the current OLCC requirement. However, that's the lowest setting on the camera. They can actually go up a lot higher as far as resolution and frames per second. So the next component is our Power over Ethernet data switch. This switch we use in applications for 8 cameras or greater. So this is also capable of going up to 16 cameras. As you can see, there's 16 ports. Now, all of these camera lines, it runs the power and the data over one line, which you could run up to 100 meters or 325 feet. This switch has a really cool built-in feature though, however, so you can set up these 8 ports here as in extended mode, which you can then run lines 250 meters, which is about 820 feet. So for those long runs out to gardens, that's ideal. When you do throw that switch for extended mode, however, you only have these 8 ports. These other ports turn into regular data ports, and they will not do power over Ethernet. So you cannot put cameras on these other ports. So let's go into a little bit on this. This is a Netgear router, very typical. We have used Netgear for a number of years. This is an optional thing for the kits because you might have your own router at the premises already. But this device will forward all the ports necessary for you to view the cameras when you're out and abroad. Also, of course, it does the port forwarding for your cloud camera, which is an OLCC requirement. So the next component in our kit is the Mobius RAID array. Well, this is our RecTech array, which is configured to handle up from 4 terabytes all the way up to 40 terabytes of space. So this is what is going to record all of your video footage for the 24/7 recording 90 days. So its max capacity is 40 terabytes, which would be about 40 cameras. So if you had 40 cameras, obviously we would need to get you a larger switch to handle all those cameras. The cool part about the RAID array system is the redundancy factor. So if any one of these drives fail, then it'll automatically kick in, and then you just replace the drive without losing any of your data. So the drives that we use are special surveillance drives specifically for surveillance camera systems, and they all come with the standard 2-year warranty. Next component is our RecTech camera server. So this camera server is capable of handling 40 cameras, which is also the max capacity of the RAID array that's next to it. So it's built for OLCC requirements. So as I said before, 90 days, 24/7 monitoring. So there's multiple ways you can go in. You can use the server to view separate cameras. So you would just see the full overview. We only have 3 cameras right now that are set up. However, you can go in and double click and see separate cameras as you see fit. So that's pretty much it with the camera server. Okay, so the mounting brackets. We've got different types of mounting. This particular one, it's an arm that we've got resting in the back that's holding this up that will mount directly to your security rack. So that's going to hold that up. And we also have like flush mount wall kits. And then we have our monitoring stations, which can go anywhere, in any location around the property that's within Wi-Fi signal. And then also, if you're traveling and you're on a beach in Hawaii somewhere and you have internet drinking a Mai Tai, you can pull out the cameras on your phone. So as you can see, it's the same kind of setup. You can look in, zoom in, you can digitally zoom. And then you can see your phone, from anywhere in the world, and then you can go look at the calendar button and go, we just set this up today. But there would be bullet points for each of the dates. And then the camera recording in 1-hour segments, so you can easily go back in time and check your footage. And that all stores for 90 days, 24/7 recording, like I said. So that's pretty much the system. And this also has alerts, so it's recording 24/7, but it also will set up alerts based on motion. So if there's like somebody walking through your property, it will set up an alert here for you. And we can also set that to send you text notifications if need be. So that's the system, folks. Pretty user friendly. Again, this is Jordan from RecTech.